Sabaha everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a charging speed test. We're going to be putting together a competition between the Mi Mix 3, the Magic 2, as well as the Oneplus 6T Mclaren edition, the fastest charging OnePlus device that's on the market. We're going to see basically how much are we going to be able to charge these dead batteries in 30 minutes. This is TK. Let's check it out. Here I have all three devices in front of us. We have the Mclaren 6T running at 3700 mAh battery. We have the Mi Mix 3 running at 3200 mAh battery. And then we have, of course, the Magic 2 running at 3500 mAh battery. All three devices have been basically depleted of power, meaning I've let them run to the point where they shut down. I did not turn them off. So all three devices have shut off by themselves. And we will be using the three chargers that came with them in the box, using as well as the original cables that came with them in the box. So we're not using third-party accessories, we're using first-party, everything that came in the box. So the Mclaren comes with the warp charger as well as obviously the orange cable, so that's iconic there, that works together. The Mi Mix 3 comes with its own charger, and since I have the Hong Kong style one, global edition, I'm just going to use an adapter here to make it work for me. As well as here, what we have is the Magic 2's charger. This is a Chinese version, but it works in the US, so no adapter is needed. Again, what we're starting from here essentially is zero. All three batteries are down. We're going to hook them up and we're going to start off a 30-minute time-lapse, basically time-lapse charging test. And the short answer is every about 5 minutes or so, I will go ahead and check up on them, make sure the thermals are running great, as well as the fact that we are charging and which one is charging the most. So when you're looking at the numbers at the end of this video, don't look at them just pure numbers. Keep in mind the batteries are different, so the percentages, even though they may sound bigger, may not necessarily be the highest. We're going to start off at 3, 2, 1. So we're getting pretty close to the 5-minute mark. Go ahead and check out thermals. So here on the Magic 2, we are about 69, almost 70 degrees. 77 on the warp charging here on the 6T. And then here on, the Mi Mix 3, we are at 70. So looks like we're pretty much in the 70s, although the warp charger is definitely running a little bit hot. So almost at the 5-minute mark. Let's give it a second, let it cross the 5. Okay, here we are. So as far as the Honor, we are at 8%. As far as the warp charger, we are at 12%. And then here we are at 9%. So the Mi Mix 3 is at 9%, 12%, and then of course here we have, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was, yes, 9%. Okay, we're almost at the 10-minute mark. Let's go ahead and see thermals. Definitely warmer now. We're up to almost 80 degrees. 85 degrees, 74 degrees. So the Mi Mix seems to be running the coolest. The Magic 2 is running somewhat in the medium, almost at 81, so now we bumped up. And of course here we have running at 85. The warmest would be the Mclaren 6T. And I'll give it a second for it to cross 10 minutes, and then we'll see how much we've progressed. Okay, and here we are. So the Magic 2 is at 27%. Here we are at 24% with the 6T. And then we are at 17% here with the Mix 3. We're almost at the 20-minute mark, and we're going to check out thermals again one more time. So we're up to 88%, 88 degrees here, sorry, on the Magic 2, 89, about 80. So it seems like the Mix 3 is, of all three, is still technically the coolest. Now we're all in the 80s, we haven't crossed into the hundreds or something like that. But just as a heads up kind of information, both of these two chargers are over 100 degrees. The actual bricks, the temperatures on those things are definitely a lot warmer. So they're definitely pumping out a lot more energy into our devices. And we just crossed the 20-minute mark. We are at 59 degrees here, 59% here, 48% here, and then we are at 34%. So it looks like the competition or the race right now for the most part is running between the two, the McLaren as well as the Magic 2, 60% and 49% respectively. And of course here we are at 34%. Checking the 30-minute mark. So before we do that, let's go ahead and do the temperatures. We are at 90 degrees here on the Magic 2. We are at about 90 degrees as well here on the McLaren, and cooler 83 degrees. So it looks like the Mi Mix 3 definitely stayed cooler between the three devices, although the other two pretty much are 90 degrees dead tied here. And we are almost at the 30-minute mark. So far, I think pretty much we're going to be looking at the competition between these two. So we just crossed the 30-minute mark. The Magic 2 is at 83%. The McLaren is at 67%. And then we are at 52%. So at this point, this is basically the best thing. So we have 83, 67, and 52. With these three numbers, so basically what we're getting here is out of the 83% from the 3500 milliamp battery, we charged 2905 milliamps. Here we had 67% of the 3700 milliamp battery. That means that's 2479 milliamps. And here, the 52% out of the 3200 milliamp battery, we were able to go up to 1664. So obviously the competition pretty much landed the way they're actually organized. We have the fastest one is a Magic 2. Right after that is the 6T, the McLaren at 2479, 67%. And then here, 52% at 1664. I know a lot of you guys are going to be wondering, is TK, why didn't you turn on the other two devices at the same time when the Magic 2 turned itself on? I basically treated the devices the way their manufacturers designed them to be treated. If the battery depletes on all of these three devices, you forget to charge them overnight and you wake up the next morning with a dead battery, this is how the device will perform on its own. You have to turn it on. Now, in the past, I've done tests with the McLaren and as well as other Oneplus devices where I've turned them on, and the fact of the matter is they actually do perform less because there's an actual power draw at the same time as you're charging. For optimal performance, you definitely want to charge them whenever they're off. At the end of the day, of course, what we saw here is that the 40-watt charger with the Magic 2 performed the best. The 30-watt charger that we had with the McLaren 6T obviously performed right neck and neck there. But all three devices performed really good, over 50% in 30 minutes, using the stock chargers and stock cables that came with them. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this competition? Definitely OnePlus has basically gotten a much better game going on with the McLaren 6T. If you're looking for the best, fastest OnePlus 6T on the market today, the McLaren 6T is definitely the best. The Magic 2 is a great device, as well as the Mi Mix 3, and look forward to more content between those two devices coming up on the channel in the near future. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.